Alright, how's it going? Continuing on from the first video I made, I will be talking about 5 intermediate skateboarding tricks you could do on a mini ramp, /halfpipe, /quarterpipe, doesn't really matter. Before doing these tricks, I suggest you can do all the other tricks in the other video, and the basics of skateboarding, like dropping into the ramp and doing kick turns. Being able to do these tricks will immensely help you to learn these tricks. So, let's get right into it. The first trick on the list is the 50-50 grind. So firstly, to do the 50-50 grind, you have to be able to do the regular 50-50, obviously, but to do the grind it's a little bit different. You basically approach the ramp at around 45-degree angle, and as you're coming up to the coping, you have to press down the tail of your board to kind of do a manual, which needs to face forwards. And then once your back trucks are on the coping, turn your board and slam it down to the coping. Just to clarify, once you're on the coping, make sure to lean on your heels and so staying on the coping. To be able to grind the rail for a while, make sure to wax the trucks and the coping to make it as slippery as possible. The second trick on this list is the 5-0. This trick is again similar to the 50-50, but instead of putting both trucks on the coping, it's just one. To do this, you must do the same combination as the 50-50, but as you come up to the coping and face the board forward, start to turn as usual, but as the back truck goes onto the coping, try to balance on the tail, which may be jarring at first, but after enough practice, it should be easy. After this, just turn your board 90 degrees and drop in by pushing down on the front of your board. The next trick on this list is the tail stall or tail tap. Basically, this trick is hard for some people, but easy for others. Personally, this trick took me a while to do, but not everyone will feel the same way. This trick is brilliant for pumping or gaining speed in between doing other impressive tricks, which makes it a useful trick to learn. To do this, you must go fakie towards the ramp, and then once you start going up, try to pump up the ramp and put all your weight on the back foot and nothing on your front. If you do put some weight on your front foot, then it will be difficult or next to impossible to bring your board fully up. When you start to push down your back foot, try to lean back if you want to stay up for a long time. Make sure you can drop in before doing this trick, as it's the same thing but in reverse. The fourth trick in this list is the half cab rock to fakie. This trick is basically a rock to fakie but with a kick turn at the beginning. To do this trick, you should be able to do a rock to fakie, a basic kick turn on the ramp and being comfortable going fakie. To do this trick, you will need to go fakie to the ramp, and then once on the back of your board gets close to the coping, but not too close, turn your shoulders and do a kick turn 180 degrees. Push down the front of your board. Make sure your tail does not hit the ramp though. After this, you'll just have to you'll be in the rock position, and you'll simply push on the back of your board and so bring your front trucks over the coping and onto the ramp. When doing this trick, you should remember to lean forward when doing the kick turn, and to remember to turn your shoulders when doing the rock to fakie. The final trick in this list is the half cab rock and roll. This trick is very similar to the previous one, but with a little more spice involved. This trick is basically the same as the beginning of the half cab rock to fakie, but once in the rock position, you have to continue to turn your shoulders and do another kick turn 180 degrees and roll into the ramp normally. This trick is not much harder than the half cab rock to fakie, and some might even find it easier. But when doing this trick, you must remember to turn your shoulders, and when doing the kick turn, and bend your knees a little bit will help too.